This is episode 36 of What Makes This Map Great. We take deep dives into amazing games, analyzing their level design, beautiful art, creative combat encounters, as well as uncover their secrets and see just how much they've influenced the gaming world. I'm Scott, and in this episode, we're covering a legendary multiplayer map from Quake 2, Q2DM1, The Edge. The Edge is the first deathmatch map for Quake 2, and this popular map is brought to us by the legendary map designer Tim Willits. The map features a large central area where a lot of the action takes place. From here, you have multiple levels and entryways, all leading to their own corridors and other arena spaces. I use the term arena. Visually, this place looks like a Strogg complex. But unlike the single-player maps from Quake 2, this one is designed specifically for deathmatch. The layout of pickups, items, and weapons, how you navigate the different spaces to get to each of these things is where the fun is. It's well balanced, and each weapon serves its purpose in the various environmental design setups. There's even a mega health that can only be reached with a rocket jump. Intentional design for the advanced movement mechanics for Quake 2. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in. A polluted sky tints this Strogos complex in a hue of orange, reminiscent of sunsets on Earth. The sky also complements the rusted browns and reds seen on the metallic surfaces throughout this environment. Jokes of Quake being brown be damned. I like this place. This is Q2DM1, The Edge. We're in the central main arena of this map, where lots of action takes place. With multiple levels and entryways leading to corridors and other small arena spaces, players have many options to choose from here. Let's take it step by step. Here, we have a shotgun right in the middle of the central courtyard. Much better than using the starting blaster, but I'd highly advise looking for other weapons. Tucked in the corner over here is the machine gun. A jump from the platform across will get you there. A great way to encourage players to use their jump in gameplay. Love the overhead lighting here. Even below, they both visually guide you to adjoining areas. Following the overhead lights, we enter our first connected space. It's multi-leveled, with a walkway above, giving players a potential height advantage from above. This is just the start of experiencing layering spaces in this map. It's creatively impressive how it all connects and overlaps each other. This staircase actually hides a player's spawner behind it. Grenades along the wall, with another shotgun by a stack of crates. It's one of the safer spawns for players and can help a fresh spawn player get started. Quake 2 Remastered gives the lighting a glow up as well. Those light sources look great with the subtle bloom effect and the soft shadows along the edges of the walls and corners. Let's grab that machine gun and then drop down to check out this lower section. It's a tight hallway, which makes it quite risky for the weapon it holds, the rocket launcher. Engaging in a rocket launcher fight here is dangerously fun. While this hallway is unremarkable, being a long rectangle, it's given good care with its texture alignments and wall lighting. Notice the baseboard at the bottom of the wall textures? It's a nice subtle touch. There's also an overhead chute, which provides a secondary approach to this hallway. To get there, remember the prior room with the shotgun by the crates? See that window opening along the left wall? Let's take a trip to that back hallway. Up the stairs, we are given two options for traversal. This hallway is a bit larger than the rocket launcher hall, giving it a bit more space to fight in. The doorway creates a break in shadows from this dimly lit space. Also, notice so far that each hallway and room has a unique identity with the textures used. Great way to differentiate each space. We're going to focus on going right from here. Following the health pickups and a box of slugs, yeah, there's a railgun in this map. We'll get to that later. This window gives you a height advantage down into the shotgun lobby. And this opening on the floor is the drop chute leading to the rocket launcher. Great way to potentially get the jump on campers at the rocket launcher and close the distance quickly. It's worth pointing out, back in that shotgun lobby room, you can run right through it and approach the central courtyard this way. So many choices to take for a retreat or even a flank on enemies. Additionally, going up the stairs and taking a right, this long hall can be quite dangerous due to a nearby weapon pickup with devastating effect. The super shotgun, a weapon of power limited by its range. This part of the map feels like it was designed to cater to its gunplay. This viewing window even gives you cover from outsiders taking railgun shots or firing rockets in this direction. I love how the fluorescent wall lighting and the overhead spot light up the super shotgun here. And just outside of this shotgun nest, there are 2 med kits which provide 25 healing each. Nice way to top off while getting a nice view of the central courtyard. I love how this space is sort of a half-circle shape with its curved stairs complementing the shape, all while leading to different spaces. It would be worth it for us to grab that combat armor across the way. I'd normally take a more roundabout way, but the arena is empty, so let's go for it. Drop down, and let's take this staircase up. The combat armor is ours. This perch is a dangerous spot, very open with no cover options, making this path a risky one. With some of that armor protection though, you can take this lift up and grab the hyper blaster. It's a pretty good weapon as well, but from up here, not so much. If only we had the railgun. Soon, I promise. Armor shards here help provide protection and more cell ammo for the hyper blaster. Does this look familiar? We're on that upper balcony above the shotgun lobby. Can do some serious damage raining rockets down from here. This L-shaped corner with the skylight above gives me some Quake 1 vibes. Replace the textures with the runic set and use the purple parallaxing cloud skybox, and you're there. Notice how the left side is cast in shadow, while the right side has more bounced lighting coming from the room below and the fluorescent light on the right. Great looking shadows. Continuing on through this dark hall, we get access to another rocket launcher, as well as an amazing view. I'm a huge fan of Quake maps that combine hard surface architecture with natural environments. This perch overlooks what I like to call the backyard. Hard to say if this is the edge or if the edge is the central multi-leveled area. Anyhow, rockets travel slowly, but you can still rain them down with some well-predicted rockets towards enemies. We also weren't too far from this spot earlier on in this demonstration. Just down below to the right from the rocket launcher, there's a tight hall that leads down to the super shotgun. Rocket launcher versus super shotty makes for a hot match. One of my favorite moments in this map is leaping from the rocket perch down into the water. It's an underwater secret. Love the warble effect, but let's turn it off for this moment. Again, seeing that contrast between natural and man-made or strong-made is so cool. And while geometric details were limited back in the late 90s, Tim did his best to convey layered earth-like slopes. They also help frame the tunnel. Also want to point out that the water surface is opaque, giving you some visual cover from those out of the water. This tunnel is lit up with small spotlights, repeating that visual language earlier of pulling the player in. By the way, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, consider supporting the channel by liking, subbing, doing all of the YouTube stuff. It is greatly appreciated. Let's keep going. Swim through, and we find the edge's well-hidden secret, the railgun. For it to be abandoned in this sewer reservoir is a terrible fate for such a legendary weapon. But it's also a good way to balance out the weapon economy, to place it out in this corner of the map. By the way, I love sewer environments also. The mood is dark and wet. The metal textures look rusted with water damage. And the overhead grate is a nice touch, casting a beautiful shadow. 2 small spotlights help frame the railgun, armor shards, and a single box of slug ammo flank it. Notice how the lighting and shadows are blending with the water texture. I don't think that the original Quake 2 engine did that. The remaster enhancements are just amazing. Still, it creates a hard contrast of warm and cool colors. A nice visual, no doubt. Let's head back. Side note, a railgun battle in water is awesome, should you get one here. We surface, and we should now feel empowered with these long sight lines with the railgun in hand. But this backyard has more to give us. Across from the stairs, there's a small ledge we can traverse across, leading to some pickups here. We jump across, hug the wall. It's quite exposed, so you'll want to move quickly. Making it rewards you with rocket ammo, a med kit, and some armor shards. And this tees us off for the next section I'd like to take us through. It's another sewer entrance. Again, love the way Tim layers these slopes and grassy mounds. It's chunky, but that's what makes it contrast against the strong, man-made structures around it. Also, themes break up sections of this map. The deepest part would be a sewer underneath this arena. Makes sense to me, at least. Dropping down, we land in a shallow pool of water. The transparency looks great as we enter this dark hall. Columns bear the weight of the courtyard above. Red lighting makes it appear dangerous as we get access to another machine gun. By the way, this dark space looks great during a fight. Muzzle flashes light it up, rockets glow and illuminate the halls. And check this out. Going through, this staircase takes you right to the central arena. It's a great way to escape from the action, but you'll want to watch out as it's also a perfect place to ambush players. We've gone through the lowest part of the map. This time, let's travel to the highest point. Back to where we originally started, there's a lift. Hop on, and we quickly arrive at the top. Jacket armor for protection. We also get a grenade launcher. Not just for covering your tracks on a retreat, but you could shower them down from here. In this view, don't admire it too long, as you're exposed and the ledge is your only protection from below. But you also have quite an advantage with the right weapons and some good aim. And look at this. From here, you get access to the upper balcony here leading to the rocket launcher. But we've got one more room to explore from here. To the right, we go down a ramp and enter what I like to call the jumping gym. But take care. A caution strip along these rusted panel walls warns you of danger. Tucked underneath these stairs is another powerful weapon, the chain gun, with a few boxes of bullets. It's a tight space, perfect for mowing down approachers to this corner, though ammo scarcity will have you running empty quick. We grab it and enter the jumping gym. A beautiful skylight above lights the space nicely, paired with the spots and fluorescence. This set of crates rewards grenades and combat armor for those able to jump efficiently during combat. The boxes also serve as cover. For those on the ground floor, they can run around them as opposed to out in the open, maybe sneak around the stairs to grab that chain gun. There's a few more grenades on the ground floor, but these other crates over here offer some more jumping opportunities. The backpack, it's easy. Just 2 jumps up and it's yours, providing more ammo. But the mega health up here, it requires a more skillful approach. The armor shards form a line, asking you to rocket jump for this pickup. This is a great line to take once you've picked up the rocket launcher. For demo purposes, here's how you grab these other items. And through this doorway, we arrive back at the central arena. Just a wonderful map with so many overlapping and connecting rooms and corridors, and the verticality is just amazing for a deathmatch map. But I think I've said enough. It's about time we take this online and find a match. Let's get that rail. Dodge and blast. Blind shot into the water. If someone's chasing you, it's sometimes worth taking that shot. We grab the super shotty on the way to the central courtyard. Put that rail to work. Make our way to the rocket launcher. Here we go. Those health pickups couldn't save us from a well-placed rail. Super shotty at range just isn't a great idea. Let's try this again. I'm a bit of a rail enjoyer. Wow, so close to dying. Again, railgun in the right hands makes these long-range encounters so good. And unfortunately, the only human player here left. Sorry, Knob Steel. Well, let's pwn these new bots with some more rails. Have some fun with the chain gun as well. Some more shameless rails. We're blasting away with the super shotty here. Here's that mega health rocket jump. And let's wrap this up. GG to my bot friends. That was fun. The Edge is just a timeless map, and there are a couple other great deathmatch maps for Quake 2. We'll make sure to cover them in a future episode. So here's the part where we go over some quick trivia regarding our featured map. This map didn't just stay in 1997. It's been used as a template for a ton of id Tech games moving forward. It was recreated in various forms for Quake 1, Quake Live, Doom 3, Quake 4, and even non-id games like Shadow Warrior.
You're no mess with Lo Wang.
And of course, modders and mappers of various game communities have recreated this classic in various different forms for all sorts of games over the years. There is one obscure version of this map for a very rare port of Quake 1. This port is called Quake Arcade Tournament Edition, which was found in a few arcades throughout the US. This version of Quake 1 had a port of Q2DM1. For many years though, nobody knew who made the port. Even Tim Willits had said he didn't know in an interview back in the day. Well, it was later discovered that this version of the map actually contains Tim Willits' initials, TW, hidden in an area of the map that can't be accessed without cheat codes. While it's not proven, it strongly does suggest that Tim Willits may have been responsible for this map conversion. Tim, the internet knows. You can't hide this from us. And of course, our last bit of trivia is a really cool one here. A dedicated fan spent over 400 hours in a workshop and working in CAD, creating a physical 1x288 scale model of Q2DM1, The Edge. It was completed with removable parts using magnets to help demonstrate how the pathways all interconnect. This fan goes by PatSky551 over on Reddit, and he shared some really cool images of his work. If you want to look at the details yourself, I've linked the subreddit down in the video description with all of my other sources down below. So what makes Quake 2's Q2DM1 The Edge a great map? Let's talk about map design. It offers amazing verticality and so many overlapping and connecting rooms and corridors. From the large central arena, you have multiple levels and entryways leading into corridors and smaller spaces. The layering is creatively impressive. Plus, Tim Willits did a great job giving each hallway and room a unique identity with its textures, helping you differentiate each space. The weapon placement also complements the map design. The map is incredibly well balanced, with each weapon serving its purpose. You've got tight hallways that make for a dangerously fun rocket launcher fight, and a super shotgun nest that feels perfectly designed for that gun's limited range. I'm a bit of a rail enjoyer myself, and placing the railgun way out in that sewer reservoir is a smart move to balance the weapon economy. Best of all, the design encourages advanced movement. You have several weapons and pickups that require you to jump tactically. The Mega Health pickup in the jumping gym, as I like to call it, requires a skillful rocket jump. Now for the art. Jokes of Quake being brown, be damned. I love this place. The polluted sky tints this Strogos complex with an orange hue that complements the rusted browns and reds on the metallic surfaces. I love the contrast between the hard surface architecture and the earthy nature regions in this map. The lower sections of the map are portrayed as sewers. It makes sense that this place would have sewers underneath it at the lowest levels. And the lighting is fantastic, with spotlights and fluorescence visually guiding you. On that note, the tech. Quake 2 Remastered makes this map look incredible. Those enhancements give the lighting a glow up with subtle bloom effects and soft shadows. Seeing nice ambient occlusion along corners and edges of the map, and how they blend with other shadow casters looks amazing. In the railgun sewer reservoir, you can even see how the lighting and shadows are blending with the water texture. It looks gorgeous. Tim Willits created a masterpiece with Q2DM1, The Edge. It's a hard flex that demonstrates his skill in creating overlapping connecting spaces with lots of verticality. The experience is balanced with its weapon and item placements, making The Edge a timeless deathmatch map always worth revisiting. You made it to the end. You're a legend. What are your thoughts on Q2DM1, The Edge for Quake 2? What is your weapon of choice for this map? And what area do you like to claim as yours when playing on The Edge? Share your stories down below, I'd love to hear them. If you have a question that you would like featured on my Q&A series, leave it down in the comment section with the tag Frags and Coffee, and you may be featured. Again, special shoutouts to my monthly supporters, Go Commando 854 for the super thanks. It's greatly appreciated. And I also got my first membership. Thanks so much, Annie Lopez 2266. It's my wife, she's my biggest fan, so thank you so much. If you'd like a special shout out as well, consider supporting my work on these videos by providing a super thanks. Check out my membership tiers for cool perks like early access to my videos, priority replies to your comments, as well as a special role in my Discord server, which is linked down in the description of this video. Enjoyed the video? Hit that like button, share it with friends, and subscribe for more good gaming content. And if you're looking for more, check out this recommended video right here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.